HHO Sports Track here. As I promised, here's the video of the box, what I call a pulse width modulator cluster. I promise I'd give you an inside view of the guts. So let me just pry this off a little bit here. I thought about making it with a quick release, but then again, if it's going to be sitting inside the car, I really don't want anything releasing too quickly. Okay. Let me get you into the bird's nest wiring here. Let's see if I can part that open. Okay. Basically, it's fairly simple, straightforward wiring. This is your voltmeter on the left, and this is the ammeter on the right. The first thing you have is this wire over here. This is your incoming 12 volt lead. This is going to go over to the load over here of the ammeter. Of course, the other one is the battery. From the ammeter, comes off the battery and out to, on your car, it would be your relay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's terminal 87. Nope. Yes, 87 on your relay. The one wire, I apologize for all them being red, but this is all the cabling I had at the time. The one terminal on the lower end over here is your ground wire. Basically, it's already attached to the fan, as you can see, just like the positive of the fan is attached to the incoming 12 volt supply, and it goes right out to the side. Now, the two inside ones are the ones that you're most concerned with. Those are the ones that will be going to your HHO generator. The connection closest to the 12 volt lead. This is your positive to your HHO. It would come out of your positive, and it would go into the positive terminal of your voltmeter. From there, I've put a little, you can see here, a little sister thing. I've got this, I learned that from Volkswagens. Volkswagens have little connectors that sister off of each other. From there, it comes right outside and out to your HHO generator. The second connection here, which is this wire right here, third one down, is the negative to the HHO generator. These two are the modulated voltage. It's going over to the negative side of your voltmeter, and from there, of course, negative side of the voltmeter here, then you've got your sister connection coming out, and out of the box it goes. Basically, that's all the connections there is to this. It's a pretty straightforward installation. The holes, the two gauges I picked up at Harbor Freight, they're 2 1/4 inch Centec gauges. Bottom line, they do the job. It required two 2-inch holes to be drilled, and of course, the only other thing would be, since the project box comes with a little mounting hole, I don't know if you can see them down here, it mounts over here in this corner, and you've got the pot which attaches to the adjustment screw on the side, which holds the unit in place. Let me put things together here just really quickly. Slap one screw or two in there just to show you how things come together here. Now, I put little alligator clips in at the end. More or less, it just makes it a little easier for testing purposes. This should be sufficient enough to hold it. Okay. Put my little meter here. Off to the side, I've just put a 12-volt battery, car battery. And I'm going to use more or less this light to demonstrate how everything works. Okay, so if this was your HHO generator, you would of course take your positive connection here, make your negative connection off to the side. That would be connecting your generator. Now, it's always wise to have a fuse. Okay, well, this is more or less your connections. I'm going to do a quickie. And just attach this to a battery. Okay, as you can see, probably from the gauges here, everything is all hooked up. I'll just spin the knob on the modulator. You'll see, well, maybe you won't. You'll see the voltage picking up, and you'll actually see amperage. Kicking down. I don't know if you can see that. But over to the right-hand side, if you see the light modulating, basically that light is being powered by the pulse width modulator in pulses and increments. I'm controlling the voltage going to it. This way, when you're running, let's say, a 28% KOH electrolyte mixture, which would be bound to overheat and overtax your alternator and heat up the electrolyte itself, you can reduce the amount of voltage going down and at the same time keep your amperage down. If you're running, let's say, for example, I mean right now I'm not running much of any amperage being drawn, but let's say with a very high electrolyte level you're running let's say 30 amps, and you don't want to be pulling 30-40 amps. Basically you reduce the amount of voltage, thus reducing the amount of amperage draw that your HHO generator is pulling, keeping everything running a little more positive, more copacetic. This way you don't burn out your system and you have more of a control on how everything is working. So that's basically the guts of my box that I've built. It'll be able to be installed in my vehicles and work fine. This is HHO Sports Track again. Hope to have more videos for you soon.